My name is Ruth Craven. I have the very privileged role of being the principal here at Copley Academy, and I've been working with EDClass now over the last 5 years in this academy and also in my previous school, and it's been a fantastic resource to make sure that it enables us to have a fully inclusive education here at Copley. It's really important to us at Copley Academy to make sure that all students have full access to the curriculum at all times. We know that students, for some reasons, don't always access the mainstream curriculum and also mainstream school life all of the time. And that might be for a variety of reasons. It might be that a student is suffering from mental health issues and they need to spend some time at home and maybe have a blended approach of being in the school and also spending some time at home. They're not ready to have a full school environment experience. It might be that a student has got some medical conditions where they need to spend a period of time out of school. EDClass has been fantastic because we can use it in so many different ways. We can have students working on EDClass at home with a one-to-one tutor and using our seats. It helps us with a range of different individual plans for students. It might be as well that we use it to help students regarding their personal development. We use a lot of the behaviour modification modules. We use some modules on how to keep safe, on how to build respect, anti-bullying. So we use the full range to actually, create a wider curriculum for our students. So actually it's not just about accessing lessons, but it's also socialising effectively and also being part of our community. EDClass is really flexible because actually what you can do is you can map your full curriculum to EDClass, so that actually if a student happens to miss a history lesson, for example, then they can access that learning and whatever those students are covering in that class on EDClass, which is absolutely brilliant because that means that actually they're not going to have any gaps in that learning. We've had students who have been very reluctant to attend, haven't had any attendance it might be for quite a period of time, and we've now got students who've got over 95% attendance. So it means that actually even if they aren't attending in the academy, EDClass means that students are attending education, they're attending learning, which is absolutely vital that you continue that process of them with their memory, with their long-term memory, and remembering information and knowledge over time. So it's absolutely key. So actually in terms of attendance, it's boosted our attendance tremendously with students who are really anxious and really struggling to attend school. And that might be for a small period of time, it might be for longer. It really does depend on the situations around that young person. But ultimately they are attending learning. We have a child, for example, who has come to us from another school in Year 9, very anxious, has had to move to a different area of the country and wasn't keen on attending school. So we worked with that young student and they did some work on EDClass at the start. We did a blended approach, and then it was a very high attaining student who is predicted to get really good grades. I had a fantastic meeting with the student and her mum last week in a parents' evening, and mum was praising the work that we've done and praising the use of EDClass because actually what it's allowed is her daughter to absolutely flourish and get that knowledge and experience that she needs in terms of her subjects, and she's predicted to get really good grades at GCSE, and she will with no doubt get well above her 4s and 5s in terms of grades this year. EDClass has really helped us in terms of pathways for students and those next steps and building that confidence. We are an 11 to 16 academy, and it is really important that students have those independent learning skills to be able to go on and be successful at college. I would totally recommend EDClass to any educational institution. It really is value for money, and everything is within the programme in terms of a full curriculum at Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4 for us. And actually you can adapt that curriculum and you can use it in many different ways, and it does allow you to build so many bespoke individual programmes for students that's going to benefit them and benefit their learning.